Sorry, I'm running a little late here, but we are straight up ready to go. Uh, last time, and we'll pick up where we left off. Last time, you guys spent some time cleaning your house, claiming rooms, so on and so forth. I did spend some time making a map, and if you get back to it, I have not finished it yet, but it's got the bones, so I think it'll be good to go. Um, you guys cleaned the house, walked around town, met Tiny Tina, who was helping you to buy and sell some goods. Spent a bit of time with her, uh, and Zoc figured out what to do with his sack, so Tina's helping him with that. Um, Meanwhile, a little earlier, you guys had your mail shipped, Luno and Tav. So eventually, you guys will get a response. Vid, uh, Vid gets fried in the process of the mail being shipped out, based on a bet, a dare almost, that Tav set up for him. Yeah. Then so you guys decided you were gonna split. Some of you went to the tavern, some of you went around town to kind of go look around town and see what's around. You guys met Dracoth Nerriere, highborn elf priest of Horus, who's in the top north corner of the Londa city, while Tav and Barry talk and Vid rests in the tavern. You guys made your way around town, and eventually everyone heads to the mausoleum after a bit more RP and talking. And you guys decide you want to delve into the mausoleum. And as you guys are searching around, you find a very large, giant-sized tomb entitled for someone named Rincaro Sophius. You learned a bit about, or there was a bit of history that was learned about Rincaro and Londa. Doing a bit more searching and scouting in the mausoleum, you guys finally figure out what's been causing all the ghosts to lose their crap every night or every few nights. There is apparently some sort of kobold vampire that's been feeding, and you all find yourself now trapped down in the bottom of the mausoleum in a secret tunnel in a secret cave that has not really been opened for a while, other than by this apparent creature. And so we find ourselves right on the precipice of, well, I guess we'll find out. A light gray mist has filtered into this room and begins to congeal and form into a creature in front of you. Does anyone want to react before this happens? I will give you a moment to react. Oh, yes! Oh, good lord. Ah. Sorry, I had to read my notes. Notes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really expecting you guys not to fight. If you have to fight, it's gonna be a rough fight. Right. All right. It's the same password as always. So right now, all of the torches are out. And what just happened? Oh, son of a monkey. All right, I don't know what just happened. All right, so all the lights are out. A strong wind just blew everything out. The mist blew in. So right now, those of you without dark vision of some kind, it is black. It is absolute dark. You just lost vision too, so it's even darker than it would normally be without light. Uh, yeah, those of you with dark vision, you specifically Barry, I believe, you see a mist gathering in front of you, starting to coalesce into something. Okay. Yeah. Roll me a roll me an Arcana check. Yep. Yep. You are in darkness, not magical darkness, but darkness, darkness. All right. For what? What do you? If you want to light a torch, you can roll me an Arcana check. And Nat, as you go to light the torch, what are you trying to use to light the torch? Like a tinderbox sort of deal? Mm-hmm. Well, it changes the description. I don't know what happened to Nat. If you're talking, we cannot hear you, Nat. Oh, okay. Uh, so how are you trying to light this torch? In what way? With her tinderbox. All right. So yeah, every time you strike the plate for the tinderbox, every single time you see sparks start to catch on the torch, and every time the sparks catch, the torch goes out again, almost as if it's wet. Yeah, you would see flashes as Nat's trying to light her torch back. Is anyone else doing anything? You have like 3 seconds left. Go ahead, Dante. There is a bit of moisture in the air. Yes. What's what action and what's your trigger? Where? Okay, you're okay. So basically, as soon as you get line of sight of whatever is this thing, you're gonna try to run. Okay. There's okay. All right, and Luno. Okay. All right. Absolutely, yes. You are still hidden. All right. Yes, I bet you will. Um, so those of you in the room, you start to hear like a shh as yeah as Nat's trying to light her torch back up. There's sparks flying in the room, a low dull every time she tries to light it up, and you hear this sultry female voice. Why do you try to light this torch? Can you not see? Those of you who have dark vision, you see. Where is it? Where where are my images? Uh-oh, Tav. Go ahead. You were a little quiet. I didn't know you were talking. Yeah, you were already invisible. Yeah, you were already invisible. You see a creature that looks like that. And for anyone else watching, like this. Right. Yeah, basically. All right. So in a sultry voice, you hear that question. Why do you try to light your torch? Can you not see? And there's a brief pause. Ah, there you are. But will you release him to me? He is to be punished. And as soon as she says those words, that kobold starts struggling really hard. And Luno, I need you to make me a strength check. Gotcha. All right, and I'm gonna roll for the kobold. That is a 13. She materialized. Yeah, she materialized from the mist. Yes. strength check. Yep. Kind of, but it's not that bad. Okay. So even though he's bound, uh, he, yeah, he, Luna, you have him by the rope or by himself? How are you holding him? Is it by the rope you had him tied with? Okay. Okay. As soon as she says to be punished, he grabs your arm, literally pulling it away from your his throat, and then with his other hand, you can see Luna because you have dark vision. You can see small talons at the end of his hand. He just grabs the rope, rips through the rope, and then spins out of your grip and dashes to uh, the north side of the room. Is anyone doing anything at this point? There's still no light. Yep. Nat, you can go ahead and roll me another Arcana check. And you hear this screaming like ah as he runs across the room. And if no one's moving or doing anything, oh, where is the thing here? She begins moving straight in the direction of bread. And if no one is stopping or doing anything, she continues after this creature. Okay. Boop. We'll just put him. Yes, it is. And as you relight the torch, Nat, you see that this beautiful tiefling female creature is charging just to your right, with a very beautiful longsword drawn, and she is just charging with her full speed, which is very fast. It's probably faster than you've seen a creature move before. Gotcha. Tab, at this point, you can see now. Nat, it's a tiefling. It looks like a tiefling. It's a really weird description, but it's basically it looks like half tiefling, half elf. Um, and so horn, just like the picture in the chat there, it is yeah, it looks exactly like that. Long ears, horns, very much looks like a mixture of both races. So you all can see this now because there is light. And as soon as that torch lights, she pauses and just kind of like hisses at you, Nat. But she stops momentarily enough to see that she is not charging at you. You hiss back. All right. I'm gonna. Yeah. Can you make the sound for me? What do you? No. I feel like Nat's just like. Yeah. Nat's just over there blowing raspberries. Is anyone moving or doing anything, or are you just letting these two hash it out? Okay. Okay. He still hasn't seen you yet. But I'm gonna need you to make a dex check in order to actually move behind him because he is also very fast. Uh, uh, I would say you would have a normal roll instead of disadvantage. Because their base movement speed right now is 60, and they are dashing. Sad. right. Vid, you are still having network issues? Question mark. Okay. Between you and Nat, she looks really befuddled. And yes, and Dante, as this creature moves, you move towards it, and just as you go to, what are you trying to do behind it? Oh, he's running. He is absolutely trying to get out of this place without anyone touching him. So unless you're planning to like jump on him and hold him down or something, he's gonna move past you real quick. You yeah, you can yeah, you can certainly try as well, Vid. It will be you'll be hard pressed. You'll have to cut him off from behind. So you'll have to move up this way to block his exit. Um, gotcha. Okay, so you'll have to run to the your right. If you're facing where you guys came from, you'll have to run to your right towards the north wall. Um, and so currently, let me just zoom in. So currently, we are everyone in this image is roughly uh, 10 feet away in the center. Dante and the kobold is about 5 feet away, and Tav, you are about 60 feet away from everyone. 6-0. You're close. He ran away, so unless you were chasing him, he's already close to 60 feet away from you. Okay. Okay. So Vid, you said you want to chase, so I would like for Luno, give me a dex check. Vid, also give me a dex check. Um, both of you with disadvantage. And if anyone else is doing anything, now is the time to say it. You can certainly try. Uh, I wasn't sure that you wanted to jump after him. Okay. Actually, Dante, I apologize. You will not be able to grab him. He's going to be too fast because you already rolled that dex check. Sorry about that. Gotcha. Okay. Are you able to roll on your phone? Okay. Roll me a dex check, Vid. At disadvantage. Thank you. Dante. Wow. Uh, Luno, you are able to move fast enough to get in a position to Misty Step in front of him. Um, at the same time, and I'll wait for Vid. Okay, Vid, you were not fast enough. I'm gonna say Vid, if you're chasing after him, you make it about right here, just south of Natalia, whereas Luno makes it much closer and able to Misty Step. And as all of this is happening, I imagine Barry's just kind of like looking in awe because I haven't heard anything from Barry. Like, what is going on here? It looks like it's trying to stay away from her. Okay. All right. So then, as she charges forward with her long sword, back towards it, it runs straight to the west wall, out of towards the exit. Luna, you misty step in front of it as it is running, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw as it trucks through you. All right. So that's actually probably for the best. All right. So you misty step in front of this little kobold who is dashing around like a freaking chicken with its head cut off. And you misty step right in front of it just as it's about to land, just as it's about to be right in your position. And it charges straight into you, knocking both of you straight to the ground. As soon as that happens, you hear the whoosh of a blade go right over your head as she has already moved into position to swing at the both of you. I will give you an opportunity to grapple this creature if you would like to try to do that. Okay. Roll me another strength check. 17. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, you can. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can do worse, and you did. I'm proud of you. All right, so you go to grapple this creature, and it being a vampire is actually very strong. Manages to just like break free of you, and as soon as it gets up, it is lifted up off the ground by one hand by this creature, and you can all see everyone who's looking. She just looks at him. Uh, uh, Patina, you have been you. Sorry, let me do the right voice. Patina, you have been quite naughty. You need to be punished. And she looks at the lot of you. What are you all doing in the master's chamber? She has not seen you yet, Dante. She looks she looks at you and then back at the kobold who she called Patina. Uh, well, you see, sometimes when a spawn doesn't do what they're told, bad things happen to good people. And she looks directly at Patina, the kobold. Oh yeah, he's scared shitless. He's just like trembling, like no, 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 don't take me to the master. No, 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 no. In common. Go ahead, Vid. Are you talking about the kobold? Yeah, Patina. So that's what she's making it sound like. Yeah, that the kobold is the one doing all of this killing. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, she looks back at you and just says one word. Yes. Yes. She looks a little agitated. Yes, I'm quite aware of that. That's actually why I was sent here, to take care of this miscreant. And she kind of she puts her hand, like puts him down, grabs him with the other hand, and then grabs him by the neck and starts squeezing. And you can hear just a choke, like, "No, no, 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 don't kill me." Is anyone stopping this? All right. All right. If no one's stopping it, she is going to hold it until he passes out. At which point, she's going to look at the lot of you and say, "Do not disturb the master's chamber. He will be back eventually, but it should be kept hidden. He has been here for quite some time, and there is no real reason for anyone to know his whereabouts are here." Looking to see if the lot of you are going to say anything. Uh, yeah. If you're asking, how do you ask? What do you actually say to her? It's been, I would say, probably no more than 15 minutes tops. Okay. Okay. What do you look like? Remind me. That's right. Yeah, yeah. She looks a little taken aback, just looking at you like for a moment, just peers directly at you, kind of squinting her eyes. What the hell happened to you? So, if you all don't want to end up like your friend over here, and she points to you, I would highly recommend not discussing this location with anyone. There's no risk that they should be concerned with. Oh God. Uh, she looks back and forth between Barry and Tav and Nat. What about you three? What? Oh, she can't see Tav. Yeah, yeah, she cannot see Tav. She cannot. Sorry, she cannot see Tav. I apologize. I forgot she was invisible. Yeah, Tab. Tab. No, Tav is no. She was running. She was gonna run through him. I was just giving you the direction she was headed. Uh, no, no. Yeah, she couldn't see it. It just happened to be that that creature was right in the pathway. Bread was in the pathway. Okay. I mean, you have plenty of time to move closer. Barry, would you do or say anything? She's kind of looking back and forth between Nat and Barry right now. Eh, She smiles at you and she says, "Oh, where the hell is it? Oh, come on. Sorry, one second. I didn't put it in the location I thought I was." She says, "Oh, my name is Adrene Vex." Uh, okay, go for it. That's that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so all of this is happening in Draconic, by the way, or not Draconic, Common. All of this is happening in Common, by the way. Yep. Yeah, yeah. No, this is all in Common. Yep. Minus when you first started with the creature, he was talking only in Draconic. Yep. He was the people who attempted to speak Common, by the way. He was actually just ignoring you, pretending not to know it. Um. Okay, so with that insight check, you absolutely believe that her name is Adrene Vex. Um, However, you get the sneaking suspicion that she's not being fully forthcoming about the harm to the city. Nat, specifically. He's yeah, he's unconscious. As far as you can tell, he looks dead for all intents and purposes, but he is not dead. Your characters might think that he's dead if they're not looking too hard. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're saying that to her, she's gonna look back at you and say, "Oh, he's not dead. That would be far too easy. No, he's to be taken back to be punished. He's to be taken back to be punished." Uh, Adrene Vex. So, 1 second. Yeah, good luck. Adrienne Vexx. Yeah, Adrene Vex. The name matches the body. Hout. Uh, oh yeah, she doesn't have anything necessarily that stands out to you, Dante. Since you're asking, I can describe that a little bit. She is wearing a brownish red, uh, brownish red like crimson color raiment. So like full cloak, um, vest, and long pants, sort of deal. It's all wrapped in. That's the raiment. That's a full. It's a full body suit, but it's not like a tight body suit. It's like a leather, loose fitting. Um, yeah. Uh, she's basically wearing that. It's embroidered with some gold buckles throughout, and it it fits her well. I'll put it that way. It does not look like a group vestment. There's no markings on it other than like uh, the gold. God, I'm having trouble here. There's nothing really that outstanding on it except for the gold buckles that kind of contrast with the darker brown, crimson red color of the raiment vestiture. Right. No, this is definitely high end fashion clothing. Tab, you might actually know the maker of this. Yeah, right, right. No, Tab. Yeah, Tab, because of who Tab is, I would actually say that this looks like something you might have seen in Karth, one of the nobles wear. You basically. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, that's what she looks like. That's what she's clothed in. It's just a standard longsword, but it is very beautifully engraved, and it's very beautifully crafted. It's probably one of the best longswords you've ever seen in your life. Go for it. She's still looking at Nat and Barry to respond as to whether or not they're going to tell the town. Okay. Oh, you're taking that dagger out. All right. So you take that out, and she yeah she looks at the dagger and then back at you and just says, "I'm under no obligation to answer any questions from you. If you want questions answered, I can take you to the master, though you may not like the responses." Okay. Uh, I think it's a 25 word limit that you basically whisper into his ear that no one else can hear, right? Yeah. Just yeah, I think so. It's like a sending stone, but without the stone, and it's only one way. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Oh wow. Actually, it doesn't say that there's a word limit. All right. Well, go ahead and message him. Well, we thought he had been trained appropriately, and he apparently has not. He escaped from where he was situated and found himself here. She squints her eyes and deadpan stares you, looking at you, and just almost hisses, "You're lucky that you're leaving now." And looking back at Nat and Barry, she looks back at you, her demeanor absolutely changing after being asked that. Uh, you two, I need an answer. You're not going to tell anyone about this area, correct? She takes one hand, the one that's not holding the kobold, and she looks at you, Nat, and she makes a single hand gesture that you would recognize is like a question of if you can sign. She's basically asking you since you can't speak. Yeah, she's basically asking you since you can't speak, can you sign? The the light dims in the room, and she asks you with one hand, as rudimentarily as she has to, uh, if you are going to tell anyone in the town about this area. Uh, I don't remember. I didn't think so because I didn't take a note of it. You recognized a few of them, not from the missing poster, but from the town itself. Yeah, yeah, there was a couple people from town that you recognized in like yeah, Zoc recognized a beggar and Vid recognized someone that he'd seen in the market. Zoc Zoc is down here. All right. So out of game, I need to know, is anyone being deceptive here? If you are, I need you to roll me a deception check. She doesn't even know you exist, Tav. So you're all right. Yep. What? Sorry. Say that again. Um, maybe depends on what the message is. No, that's not like that. Yeah. You're trying to make message from another cantrip. That I'm not gonna let that happen. It does. I was wondering if you were trying to like visually send a message rather than actually make sounds. Yeah. As long as you're not currently being deceptive, you're not flat out like, "Oh yeah, we're totally not going to tell anyone. I'm going to go tell someone." As long as you're not doing that, you're fine. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. um I need for Bread to make me a stealth check because he is not going to be necessarily fully hidden, and I would be very surprised if your finding familiar doesn't make any noise whatsoever. Uh, I don't believe he comes out invisible. He has to turn invisible after being cast, right? Okay. Nice. Nice. So 18. Okay. Yeah, I would say that he's hidden then. Okay. That's fair. Is everyone else walking out? She's giving you an opportunity to leave. Yeah, everyone's leaving. Ev- Okay. We'll go back to the main map and just say that you guys leave. Everyone except for Bread, who. Yup, I figured. Right. Okay, you're keeping. Okay. That's fair. She just kind of like waves at you as you make your way out. As you're making your way out, she's just like, okay, just waving one hand as you guys all leave. And I'm gonna ask, since Tab's invisible, are you leaving, Tab? Okay, just making sure. All right, so everyone leaves minus. You tell me. You were there for that situation. All right. So as you all make your way through the mausoleum, uh, Bread, being invisible, does watch her. How far are you having Bread follow her? She's gonna be, as you guys leave. She is still holding him, and she's dragging him um, up. Not up. She's dragging him over to the coffin first. Okay. Everyone else, you all are making your way out, and the mist that had been coming through the woods over to where you guys are at is fully thickened in the mausoleum area. As you make your way out, it is a dense, thick mist fog that covers all of basically what you can see. It's like walking through. If you've ever walked through like a really low cloud, it's like that. It's super thick. And Go ahead. Yeah, yeah, basically. Right. Yep. It's very, very, very thick. But you guys are able to make your way through the graveyard, through the cemetery, untarnished. And as you guys are, gotcha. Okay. All right. So, what do I keep doing, man? That's annoying. So the seven of you make your way out, and as you do that, Bread sees her put him in the coffin, and she picks up the entire coffin and starts walking out with the coffin. It's a wooden coffin. Tav could describe it. So it's a very ornate coffin. It had symbols on the inside, which I sent to Tav out a game, and it's very very embellished on the inside. Very well maintained and upkept. It does not look like it is like um, degraded over time. I would say that you guys have not made it out of the graveyard yet, but you're very close to exiting. Okay. Absolutely not. No. Yeah, this is like a casual over the shoulder. She's just walking as if it's nothing. Yeah, Tab. When Zoc says that, you might, not might, you it would kind of dawn on you how heavy that coffin looked. That coffin looked like it was close to 200 or 300 pounds. Look, I told you it was going to be a rough fight. So just so you guys are aware of the time, it is evening. Both suns have actually set at this point, and it is roughly 6:30 in the evening. So it's still a little light-ish out, but there are no suns out. Dusk, yes. I mean, out of game, yes, but you guys don't know that. I'm gonna say probably not. They're a pretty rare breed. I don't know, Dante. I'm gonna say probably not based on how you've described your other dimension. That if she was gonna one hit you guys, she would have just done it. I mean, I would. Yikes. Bunch of murder hobos over here. Uh, ev- Everyone, go ahead and make me a perception check. Yep, I'm well aware. He's still he's but they're yeah. So yeah, I think so. The symbols are definitely visible. Tab is not. They just seem to be glowing in air straight from top to bottom. Um, all right, so this should be fun. You yeah. Man. Okay, so Dante, what's your perception total? Seven. Okay, so it's a plus four. All right. So Dante, Luno, and Vid and Natalia, the four of you see her uh, as she begins leaving the mausoleum, and she sees almost immediately those symbols floating in the air, and the four of you see her face change sour, and she looks like she's gonna put the coffin down. All right, Luna, what are you doing? To you? Uh, so yeah, let me zoom in because this scale is not going to be right. The this thing is going to be bigger than what it looks like. Everyone is within, I would say, probably within 10 feet of you. Yeah, on the coffin. Oh, they do get smaller. Sweet. Okay, so that's all right. So I think you have to touch something, right? It is a 60-foot range. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I could have sworn you had to touch something with that. Misspelled it. Yeah, a point you choose within range. Yeah. All right. So you cast darkness on the coffin. All right. And ah, too big. Ah, there's the rub. Yep. She was putting it down. If the point. If as long as it's not being as long as it's not already being worn or carried, technically right now she is carrying it. That's what Tim's getting at. I see where you're going with that. Um, it's fine. So if the point you choose is an object that you are holding, that's fine. Or if the object is one that is not being worn or carried, it does not specify by you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. Yeah, it is. All right, D&D Beyond. I'm gonna need you to fix this. All right. So I'm still gonna allow you to do that because she's gonna put it down pretty darn quick, and you will be able to cast it. But she knows where you guys are at. It's just gonna be hard for her to move through that without running into something. You probably won't hear it. No. All right. So you cast that. Does anyone actually run? Everyone, roll me a dex. Yeah, go ahead. Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. So you feel a sharp tug on you, and as you look back with your passive perception, the party is booking it. I need everyone to make me a dex check. Nat, unfortunately, you will have to make this with disadvantage. Yeah, straight dex check. Yeah, yeah, it should be basically the same. Wow. Vid gets the short end of the straw like every time. Uh, as you all turn to book it, and as you do, you hear this like hiss behind you as she quickly gains on the lot of you. Everyone, where is it? All right, so everyone makes it out. The gate is open, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around as the lot of you travel out of this gate, and as you make your way through. She is 1 second. We'll see how this goes. See if you get a chance to escape here. Um, what is your what is your AC vid? 14. All right. So, yep. Vid was the slowest. That's yeah, that's why he's getting hit. Um, yep. Oh, actually, I take that back. You yeah. Before I fully roll this, Vid, you would actually get advantage on this because you would have your feline agility. You'd actually have double the movement speed, your normal speed. So roll one, yeah, roll one more time. No, just roll one more time, and the higher of those two will be okay. So all right, so that doesn't happen. Okay, whoo, we all lucked out. All right, so as a lot of you make your way out of the gate, you hear this hiss behind you. You will regret betraying me, and you lose sight of her in the mist. Sorry, actually, not you now. Natalia or Barry? Barry was the last one. Oh man. Yes, yes, that's gonna go well for all of you. Okay. All right. So you all manage to make your way out. You lose her in the mist, and there is still a dark ball around the tomb, around the mausoleum where the coffin is. And if you guys are not going back there, um, where do you guys head? Oh God. How are you painting them? Because that'll probably change my answer. So let me just ask it this way: Are you doing it as like a mode of creativity, or was it supposed to more be like for flair? Okay, okay, all right. So it will stay in the air for the next hour. You lose sight of her. You're not sure if she's disappeared or not. Oh, yeah, Brett is still following her. So that's a good question. Oh man, I wish I'd remembered that because you'd have rolled with disadvantage. Because you'd have had to be basically dragged. All right, all right. Okay. No, it's fine. We already passed that point. So you, uh, bread, bread. Even though bread is following her, um, she is still able to be seen by bread. Even though it is dim, dark light, she does pick up the coffin again, and she makes her way out of the graveyard to the north towards the woods. She's gonna feel around for the coffin for a minute, but she'll be able to get out. She's definitely been here before. Right. Oh, because she's carrying the coffin. Oh, that's right. Well, she's not gonna grab the coffin then. She's gonna. Yeah, that's. Yeah. All right. So if she can't see, um, she's yeah, she's gonna go back to the coffin. She's gonna pick up the body. Um, I don't remember if bread can see through the magical darkness. Did we agree on that? Okay. Bread sees her pick up the body, and she moves the body out of the darkness, kind of testing to see if it moves with her. And when the body doesn't produce the darkness, she takes the body, not the coffin, leaving the coffin there. And yeah, and she'll move towards the woods with the body in tow. She's not running fast, she's being precise. She's being very calculated. it was the symbols Tav was painting in the air. Okay. Uh, Brett is gonna have a tough time keeping up with her once she hits the woods, but he can sure attempt to. Okay. Yeah, to Barty. Go for it. Where are you headed? House of Tyr. Anyone else heading to the House of Tyr? All right, headed to Barty. I'm not sure you have yet. How long has it been since what? Um, yeah, it's probably getting close to wearing off. I would say you have probably 10 minutes left. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's about 7 o'clock by the time you guys make your way to the House of Tyr. And Bardi, Bardi. Oh, good lord. No, no, no. Move on, move on, move on. All right. All right. Oh, good lord. All right. So you guys make your way to Barty and to the House of Tyr, where you find Barty cleaning up and getting ready to essentially close shop for the night, quote unquote, around the word shop. Uh, and you all make your way up. Are you like running or just walking briskly, or how are you? How are you coming up? What are you doing? Saying. Okay. You saying that to Barry? Yeah. Bear, bear. So Barry, are you just leading him, or are you carrying him? What are you doing with Zoc? Sorry, you just lead him. All right. So the lot of you kind of make your way up, walking towards the House of Tyr, where you see Barty, uh, looking like he's getting ready to close and lock up the shrine for the night, so he can go home and sleep. Um, does anyone say anything? You see him outside. He's locking the doors. Yeah, yeah. No, he's outside, like in the process of locking the doors to go home. Oh man. He's gonna whip his head in your direction. Who's oh. Hello. Hi. What are you all doing out this late? This evening. Not this late. What are you all doing this evening? No, there doesn't seem to be anyone actively watching. It just looks like one or two stragglers, people walking to their homes, stuff like that. You know, it's getting to nighttime. Uh, no, I mean there's you don't really have dark vision though, right? You have dark vision? All right. You don't see anyone watching from the windows. You do see a few people getting ready for bed, and you see a half-naked male walking past one of his windows to close some blinds. Yeah, you guys are all outside the temple. The temple doors are getting locked by Barty. So you're asking if you can go in? Uh, I suppose so. What's so important? And he begins unlocking the doors to let you guys in. Well, what what's so important that we have to talk inside? All right, all right. One moment. I'm having some trouble with the locks here. He's kind of like fiddling around with it, and it clicks, and he's able to push the door open, and you guys are all able to walk into the shrine, which is very dark right now. And he walks to one of the sides to start lighting candles so that you all can see. All right, so what is this about? I was getting ready to head to my house. Yeah, yeah. All right, so you guys doing to say anything? Because he's still kind of looking around. Go ahead, Vin. Okay. Dante, what were you saying? Okay. Should you? Yeah. Go ahead. Tell the story how you recollect it. Hmm. Well, that is definitely disturbing news. I'm glad you brought it to me. I Yes, that is very disturbing indeed. Well, that makes a whole lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense why the spirits were taking their own bones out. Very disturbing. All of it very disturbing. And okay. Okay. So you all you're all telling this, and Tav, as he is invisible, makes his way over to the Shrine of Tyr to put up a private prayer. And I'm going to leave it at that. In the middle of that prayer, however, uh, he becomes uninvisible. And you all see Tav basically kneeling in front of the Shrine of Tyr, uh, looking like he's mouthing something. Meanwhile, Barty, unaware of that current situation, Barty is looking at you all. His blood is like drained out of his face, and he looks a little perturbed about this situation. Well, that is, yes, that is very disturbing. We will definitely have to do something about that. Although I don't know if we have enough guards to take care of 3 vampires. He starts rambling, just openly rambling about how the situation can be resolved. Just yes, well, if the guards can't handle it, I wonder who would be able to handle it. It's a very stressful situation. I guess we should inform the town council. Uh, and yeah, he kind of like pauses for yes, yeah. We should inform the town council. They'll know how to handle this. Oh, you're fine. She is still running north. Yes. So he just said, yeah, you should tell the town council. They basically, yes, you should tell the town council. They should still be there. If yes, they should still be there. Hopefully we can catch them in time. They must be warned as soon as possible. This is, pardon the pun, uh, this is a grave encounter. Nat doesn't do well with puns. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And I do not know anything of vampires specifically, but I know that they are a plague upon this earth wherever they go. Their unholy nature just bids ill tidings to wherever they lay. Does he say that? All right, so you guys say anything else? Do anything? I know Nat's already started walking out. All right, if you guys are all leaving, he's gonna get up and head with you and lock the door. So he'll be behind you unless you guys want to wait for him, but he's gonna try to lock the door again as you guys head to the town council. Alrighty. So you guys head to the town council then? Okay. You say that again. Where is Zach going? Okay. So Zaki, you end up going to the other temple. Oh, well, actually, I take that back because Barry was the one that was leading you. Yeah, Barry was the one leading you. Yep, yep. You're gonna come back and you're gonna be like, wait, why is Barry holding me? Yeah. So you guys, it's he. So he's able to retain movement of his body, but he loses all senses in his body. Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Those of you going to the top temple, as you make your way up, it is indeed still open. The candles are lit inside, and you do see what's his face in there. Give me a second here. I have too many NPCs in this damn town. You do see Dracoth in there, making a light prayer to Horus. And do you say or do anything? Okay. When you say your holiness, he just kind of chuckles. There's no need for that, my son. Uh, he's a priest. So, thank you, Luno. Thank you. Yes, it's not. It is not. Let me tell you. Um, well, vampire. You say that is indeed a little terrifying. I haven't experienced one for a very long time. They are not to be trifled with lightly. You said that you are headed to the council. I should attend as well. I'm glad you did. Let me lock up, and I will meet you at the town council. I will be fine. Okay. Wait, what? Yeah, totally not creepy. Yeah, yeah, against the DM. Insight check against the DM. All right, you guys make your way to the town council. Everyone there. By the time the two of you make your way back to the town council, everyone else is inside, and a lot of you, including Barty, are in direct contact with where is it? Hilda and Luda. You do not see Tigodo. Actually, you didn't learn his name. You don't see the Tiefling. You don't see the Tiefling. Um, the two of them in there, as I would assume, barge in. Yes. Yep. The yeah. As you all barge in, uh, the two of them whip their head in your direction, and Hilda, just, what are you doing? Why would you just not knock? One second. Well, a vampire. Uh, How could this get any worse? Uh, Luda, I don't have any experience with vampires. Do you? No. Why would I have experience with vampires? I don't know. You have big teeth. I've told you before. They're tusks, not teeth. Uh, and so they kind of like go back and forth for a minute, and uh, she turns back to you. Well, did you learn anything about him? Did you what? Can you tell me what can you tell me? Hmm. Well, at least we know why the spirits were pulling their bones out of their own graves. Be- All right. So since you're doing that, Piggy, he goes in closer. How close does he get? If he's 120 feet away, how close does he get? Okay. Oh yeah. If you're waiting until they notice something strange, you'll hear a few things. Um, okay. So as yeah. So while that conversation is happening, uh, the other conversation between the vampires wow, that Zoc is listening in on, um, goes something along the lines of, well, you told me to bring him here. I told you that this was a bad idea to let him go. You know as well as I do that this was coming. With the long S's is the tiefling, the male tiefling. And yeah, the and as Bread gets closer, you see that the tiefling shoot eyes in Bread's direction, but he doesn't seem to do anything yet. Okay. 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 And he pauses for a moment and looks in that direction. You weren't followed, were you? I don't know. I don't believe I was. They were pretty insistent upon running from me, as most mortals do. Don't laugh. This is a serious situation. Uh, and so they continue back and forth. Do I need to continue, or are you gonna move Bread any closer? So basically every like 10 seconds or so, you see uh, the male halfling or male tiefling, sorry, look in Bread's direction. Um, it's you can roll me an insight check if you'd like. It's probably a little disconcerting that he seems to keep looking in essentially in your direction, Zoc. while he's having this conversation. Uh, no one was supposed to know that that there was ever a vampire here. I've been here for a very long time, and I plan to stay that way. Now, how do you recommend we situate this situation? I don't know. Oh my god. All right. So from the other side of things, she, good lord, Hilda, Hilda is just looking baffled. Wait, Tagoto is a vampire? I always knew there was something weird about that guy. I never liked him. Yeah, well, you made that pretty clear. All right, well, a lot of you, how, I don't even know what to do at this point. This is it's very unsettling. I appreciate what you did for my daughter, but I don't know if, do you guys want to try to handle this, or not really sure how this is gonna go, because Tagoto's been here for a very long time. He just, he's weird. And now I guess we know why. And she's like feverishly like scratching her head, rubbing her brow. She looks very perturbed, very agitated about this situation. And Luda doesn't look quite so perturbed, and he kind of looks back at her and just like, well, isn't it obvious? We need to kill him, right? That's what we do, right? And he looks at her, and then he looks back at the group of everyone else, just waiting for someone to answer. Yes, by this time you guys have reached. You would have reached it by the time you would have heard Zoc pop in to say he's a vampire. Tigodo, the other council member, and he throws his or former council member, and he throws his thumb over to the right where you would have seen the tiefling sitting before. Uh huh. Sometimes it is just as straightforward as you think it is. Yeah. No. Yeah, he's been weird for a long time. Oh, he's a vampire? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, well, I mean, he always covered himself in the middle of the day, no matter how hot it was, and never really saw him doing anything other than sitting inside during the day. And at night, no one really ever saw him. We just assumed he went home, but he was kind of a loner, as far as I'm aware. Yes, he does have a house. In fact, he is. Oh, where is the map here? Doo, 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 doo. Yep. Oh, 1 second. He does have a house, and I apparently can't draw, and it is one of the larger houses here in town, right by Potent Potables. I did. There you go. Yep. Uh, yes, he does have a house in the south side of town, just north of the river. Just before you reach Potent Potables. He's been there for ages, as longer than I can remember. But we do have to do something about him. We can't just have a vampire in our midst. You make a good point. Uh, I hadn't thought of that. I guess, yeah, he's definitely been here for a very long time. Um, as you asked that question, yes, basically, Luda, the big half orc, across from you, stands up and is like, "You're right. We need to get to the bottom of this. Like, why are these people going missing?" Sort of deal. He kind of changes direction a little bit, and uh, Zoc, being back in the other conversation, sorry, switching back and forth, um, you hear the two continue to kind of go back and forth a little bit longer. Just this is it's a tricky situation. Essentially, you hear kind of almost at the same time as Nat is bringing it up. Well, now that people have started to go missing, they're going to suspect me, and that's not going to end well for me. So we need to figure out where these people have gone. But there's hasn't been any clue where they've gone. I don't. Then go back and find some, and don't return until you find something about where these people have gone. As you say, Master. I'll leave him with you. And she looks and she looks a little scared of him right now, but starts walking off. And as she does that, he raises a single arm in Bread's direction, and I need Bread to make me a dexterity saving throw. All right. he he raises a single hand, and from that hand fires a small bolt from a hand crossbow, and Bread takes uh, 21 points of piercing damage. Gotcha. It's fine. You can recall him. You can recall him again. It's fine. uh, but, but yeah, that is what happens, and you are popped back into your senses as Bread is popped out of existence, basically. And the Raven just like as the bolt hits it. In the middle of the council, and Luda looks down at you like, is he okay? Do we need to restrain him or something? What's going on with him? Yeah. You actually didn't learn it, but you would have. Those of you who Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tigodo, Tigodo. you basically you heard that he's worried that people are going to suspect him as being the culprit for the missing people, but it doesn't sound like he's the reason for it. Well, I mean, I would assume that he would eventually come back to town, maybe. Although I would imagine that he won't find a set of guards to his liking. And he looks back at Hilda, who is actually just nodding in agreement. And you're not sure whether she's agreeing that guards are a good or a bad idea. I guess. By this point, Dracoth has finally entered the town council, and he's caught the last little bit of what you were talking about, and he kind of interrupts everyone. Wait a second. Are you saying that Tigodo is a master vampire? No, that can't be. I've seen him in the daylight. Although, yes, he was covered. That does make sense. Well, if he is a master vampire, then he has been here as long as I can remember, and I have been here since nearly the founding of this town. a very long time ago. Uh, Basically, he doesn't give you a set date, but he just looks at you. Oh, oh man. Actually, you've never met him. Well, I don't have a note that he can, so my assumption is that he can't. Because unless it never came up. Actually, I do make notes. Okay. Oh, then yeah. Let me go ahead and roll then, because that's why I don't have a note one way or another. I normally make a note. No, he does not sign. If you're signing at him, he thinks you're making foul language gestures towards him. Yeah. Let me make a quick note of that. He does not. He does not sign. Yeah. What the fuck are you sending me? Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right. Quick note made. And so you asked that in sign question mark? Yep. He gives you a scowl and says, "That is very inappropriate, young lady." Does anyone ask him? Yeah, Zock's not. Oh, wait, you left? I love that. He's just like, all right, Brett's not here. Hang on. I'll be right back. uh, yeah, yeah. Tab, I think you're the last hope here. Are you around enough to help Nat sign? How long has? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Well then, never mind. We're good. So yeah, you sign that, and he says that, and then Luda just in his gruff voice, "That's not what she's saying. She's asking you how long you've been here." And he kind of squinty eye at you. Well, I've been here many centuries. It's been a long time. I've seen this town go through a couple wars, came out on top, but I I've never experienced something like this. I have experienced a vampire before, but they are very hard to deal with, and surprisingly, Togoto was a good friend of mine. I am very shocked by this. Vid, we gotta get you to read the room, man. Well, he was friends, and they were friends, and they didn't nope, they didn't think it was weird for whatever reason. Well, I mean, he was here before I came. I've only been here for several years, and uh, Hilda, I mean, how long have you been here? I've only been here for like 15 years? You know, that is a very rude question to ask someone you are not very close with. Regardless of the point, we do need to figure out what to do with him. Yes, I still vote for kill him. Yes, yes, yes. We know you don't like him. uh, yeah, both Barty and Dracoth, uh, kind of almost simultaneously, just both agree. Yes, yeah, we need to talk to him. What's whatever is happening with him, we need to figure out what's going on. Um, and it seems that the consensus is between everyone except for Luda, that he should be talked to before killed. Why do you say that? Luda speaks up. Dracoth actually looks a little offended that you would say or farming people, and he speaks up and he finally releases a little bit of information here. Look, I made a pact with him a long time ago that I would never tell his secret, and I have not ever told his secret. Although you have found out, he has, yes, protected this town for a very long time, since apparently since the time of Brincaros Sophius, and both Ludo and Hilda um, just kind of like look dumbfounded. They are both very much aware of who that is. Oh yeah, this guy's a total bro with them. Well, yes. Look, look, when you live as long as I do, there are certain gray areas that can be expounded upon. This is one of those. As you grow up, and he kind of like he's talking down to you as if, you're never going to grow up. He sees you as a child, in case you're wondering. Yeah, well, incredibly a child to an elf, like toddler child. He's talking to you almost as if you're like that. Look, when you are as old as I am, you can make your own decisions as you see fit. However, I am a dear friend. He is a dear friend of mine, and uh, I was very clear with him. As long as he was there to protect the town, I would never spill his secret, and I have done that. Now, with that being said, we do need to figure out what is going on with these missing people, because if it is not him, then something else is afoot. I I knew I should. Yeah, right. He just looks at you and sighs and just I knew I should have learned to sign a long time ago. What did she say? She said, actually, I forgot what she said. Sorry. I'm trying to keep track of a lot of different conversations right now. Okay, so Luda says that to him. I may have a way. Yes, he does not expand on that. And after a moment of silence, apparently, uh, after a moment of silence, Ludo looks at him. Well, are you going to do it? Uh, it was killing people, but people have yep. And you guys would also be aware because Barry brought it to your attention. There's also another missing person who you guys did not see in that place, like specifically on the town council board missing. Yep. Yeah. Today is the day. Oh, sad story. um, and so he looks a little reluctant um, that about contacting him. Well, I can't do it here. I again we have an understanding. I will contact him and I will ask him to come in of his own accord and let him know. And he looks up at the town council members that he will not be taken into custody. Correct? Hilda Hilda does not answer uh, immediately. Luda, however, I could not guarantee that, but if he comes in of his own accord, we won't immediately kill him. Ah, that's a little harsh, Luda. Yes, if he comes in of his own accord, we will not take him into custody, but he must come directly here and tell us what is going on. Very well. I will I will contact him. You should see him hopefully tonight. And he turns to start walking out. The high elf Dracoth turns to start walking out. Anyone else? Dra- Dracoth. Jerkoff. Jerkoff. D D R yeah, yeah, yeah. I quote unquote misheard that. Yeah. It's an adult campaign, but it's not that adult. uh Dracoth Neriere. Horus. The falcon god of justice. Just it was a joke. Moving on. So, you all does anyone say or do anything as he turns to leave? Okay. All right, Vid. Okay. All right. Yes, apparently. And so Zach, you hear that as you come back after purchasing your ingredients, the pieces that you need. So go ahead and you can take the gold out. No, okay. So how are you purchasing items? Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to get to that in a moment. I was thinking that actually, let's go ahead. We'll just do that right now. So you head to the market. What are you looking for? Okay. Uh, Brazier. Yeah, yeah. French is hard. I hate French. All right. So you're looking for that stuff. You do find a seller that is selling that. What are you trying to pawn off in order to buy that? As you're listing these things, I tell you what, I will, yeah, I will take those three daggers and I'll give you those items. Okay. Yeah, you get that, and as you make your way back, you see Vid, pacing out quickly, as he's telling the group, that he's gonna go make a drink. Something about he wants some coconut, and he starts. You catch him as he's walking out. Oh, never mind. You don't see that then. Okay. So Vid to the inn, he said. Yeah. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense. I was like, all right, you're doing that in the inn. Okay. All right. So yeah, you head to the house. Vid, you head to I guess the market to look for alcohol. We'll get to that in a second. Anyone else doing or saying anything as Dracoth is leaving? Sounds like a no. So you kind of those of you standing next to Barty, you kind of hear him under his breath, just well, that figures. As that whole situation just occurred with Dracoth, he seems to be a little disgruntled about him knowing the information and not relaying anything. So, well then, if he's coming in, uh, how do we want to handle this? He's looking at all of you. Luda is. You want? Well, here's to hoping. I don't. I do not fancy having to fight a vampire. I've not heard good things in the past. Oh, I would much rather fight one. He, half orc, and he doesn't like Togoto. Yeah, that's it's surprising to everyone else except for Hilda, who just kind of like looks over at him and just, of course you would, but you're not going to. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna listen to him, and we're going to try to make the best of this situation. And she looks deadpan at Luda, and no one is going to find out that he is a vampire, right, Luda? Maybe. Yes, I guess. Yeah, he's trying. He really actually does not like Togoto. Those two, every time you guys had come in, those two were arguing. They just did not get along for whatever reason. So do you guys stay there and wait, or what are you guys doing? You do not. Dragoth just said that he would contact him, and uh, he should be there at some time tonight. Nope. So I'm gonna ask again: do you guys stay there, or what do you do? Okay. All right. You guys head out, and as you guys are all heading out, you see Vid in the marketplace. Vid, you're looking for alcohol-ic stuff, yes? Oh, Dante. Okay, sorry, Dante. We'll get to you in a second, Vid. Sorry. Go ahead, Dante. He's asking the group. How does Barry feel about all this? All right. Okay. You're gonna stay at the council and see if he comes back before they do. All right. All right. So the three of you head to go get something to eat. As the three of you head out, you do see Vid. Back to Vid. Vid, what are you looking for alcoholic stuff? Oh. Oh man. So yeah, you do find a vendor who's packing up some of their stuff, a bit of the fruit and stuff, and they do have some cold substance. They don't call it ice, but it is ice-like, and they use that to keep their fruit and veggies cool throughout the day. You are able to buy that stuff from him if you so choose for 2 silver. Okay. Oh, let him have his fun. That's right. They've just been fermenting. It's fine. Yes. Yeah, that's totally how that goes. All right. So yeah, yes, you're able to get all of that stuff for 2 silver. It's a steal. But do you head to the tavern with your other three party members as they pass you after getting that stuff? Okay. So the four of you then will head to the tavern. Zoc, you head back to the house to start casting Find Familiar. How long does that take? You're ritual casting it, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, gotcha. All right, cool. Then yes, you do that for the next hour while the rest of the party eats. Um, and how long do you guys stay in the tavern for? Yeah, give or take. Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check with advantage. Let's see if he can explode another. Come on, roll snake eyes. Let's see if he can't explode another coconut, y'all. 14. All right. Where is it? Why is that? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong chat. That's with advantage. Roll one more. Yeah, you're all right. Just roll one more. Okay, yeah, 14 with advantage. All right, yeah, you're able to make that drink, and yeah, you're able to make that drink with the ingredients that you purchased without any issue. Yeah, Barry might still be reeling from the last contest. Asking Vid. Vid, can you describe what your drink smells like? Oh, okay. So this is all inside of an actual coconut shell. So he's cut the coconut shell in half, made the drink inside the coconut, and you're that's what you're having. Gotcha. What? Yeah, right? Creationist, right? Oh yeah. Wah wah. You feel pretty loosey goosey. It's a pretty damn strong drink. He Oh yeah, yeah. It tastes great. He made it great. All right. Yeah. The two of you drink your drinks, and everyone. Yeah, the two of you drink your drinks, and you get everything nice and tepsy turvy, but not actually drunk enough to have to roll for it. And after an hour, you guys are able to head back to the town council, where you find that Nat and Dante are standing next to a red-skinned tiefling who has just entered the building. Yes. What would you have done? Oh yeah, Ludo would have joined you, hands down, no problem. He'll drink a whole bottle by himself if you give him the bottle. All right. Yeah, you do. Oh man, no, not really. No, not really. Uh, yeah, yeah. Ludo absolutely. Sorry, go ahead. When you offer that to Hilda, she just, no, I don't drink, thank you. Uh, Nat, do you want to imbibe? Yeah. Okay, that's fair. However, when you offer it to Ludo, Ludo's like, "Oh hell yeah, I'll take that bottle," and he grabs the bottle out of your hand if you hand it to him. Yep, yep, and he downs that whole bottle right in front of you in basically one go. And he just looks down at you. That was tasty. Yep. Yeah, basically just chugs it. And he kind of like looks at the bottle. Oh, no wonder that was tasty. That is an old bottle of wine. That's probably the best wine I've had in a long time. Ah, Togoto. And as he says that, you turn around. You see the tiefling walking in. Moments later, followed by the rest of your party, including Zoc. I'm assuming you'd head back to the house. Okay. He's he's finding his he's quote unquote finding his familiar. Oh man. Moving on. Terrible joke. All right. So the six of you find yourself inside the town council with Togoto and the other council members, and Togoto's looking up at Luda. Ah, Luda, I see that you are enjoying more drinking, as is your tradition. With a quick little scowl, Ludo just kind of frowns at him. Yes, well, we can't all live forever, can we? That is very generous of you. I must decline, though. It seems that my little secret has come out. So, how do you want to proceed with this? Kind of looking at everyone in the room. Does anyone say anything? Oh, sorry, that was just 2 copper. Super cheap. Tonight was half off night. 50% off. 50 times off night. Yeah, just 2 copper. Awesome. Four. So 8 copper plus nuts. All right. So 1 silver. That's right. So if no one's saying anything, then oh, okay, sorry. Thank you, Dante. He kind of looks down at you. Yes, non-violently would be good. I have been around for a long time, and I plan to stay that way. What about you, Hilda? How do you think we should proceed with this? Well, I mean, let's start by asking some basic questions. First question, you're not responsible for the missing people, are you? Uh, no, I am not. I. Okay, go ahead and roll an insight check. So I'm going to say what he says and then we'll see the insight check. No, I am not responsible for the missing people. However, one of my underlings may have gone a little awry. He is being dealt with as we speak. And as far as the other missing people, I am just as concerned as the rest of you. Uh, for everyone except for Dante, Tav, he Tav, you feel like he's lying, like flat out. You feel like he's absolutely lying to you, to everyone. Uh, Nat and Vid, you're not quite so sure. Dante, you are like 100% sure that he is telling the truth. Is something funny? Uh, Tav, yeah, yeah. What do you say to Tav? Well, if I was lying, why would I come in of my own accord? Looking deadpan at you. No, not at you, Dante. He's looking directly at Tav. Oh, gotcha. Dante being the negotiator here. Um, yeah, he looks right at you, just like if I was lying to you, why would I come in of my own accord? What were you saying, Luno? Oh, appearances. You want to see appearances. Very well. I will show you appearances. And he drops his uh I say drops, but he uh drops his tiefling form, quote unquote, and turns directly into a giant bat. And he just like almost as if he's mocking you, just kind of flaps around your head and moments later goes back to where he was and changes back into his tiefling form. Is that what you were talking about? What? You should be more careful about the words you choose. he just he glares at you, Vid, just like not even gonna answer. Just glares at you like, hmm. Well, Luda, what about you? How do you want to proceed with this? Are you willing to listen? Um, I guess I I'd prefer. No, he is not drunk actually at all. Really high constitution. However, he looks. I guess. Uh, I would prefer to run you through with a stake, as you well know, but against my better judgment, I have been convinced to listen with an open mind. How very generous of you, Luda. So, for everyone here, yes, I am a vampire. Yes, I have been around for a very long time. And yes, some of the people who went missing here are because of one of my underlings, not me, and he is being dealt with as we speak. However, I believe there is a much more pressing much more pressing issue. There are still other people missing, and it is not from me, and I am not sure what is causing them. It is very unsettling for me to not have answers. He's kind of looking over the lot of you to see if anyone knows anything, is what it looks like. Several. There was uh, Jimef from the south side of town. She went missing several weeks ago. There was, and the most recent, and he describes the halfling that you guys had already seen. Apparently, he posted uh, that the halfling was missing. Um, he wasn't sure of his name, but he does know everyone's face in town that lives in town. Since he's been there for centuries. And so he picks out like three or four at least other people that as he describes, you guys have actually seen or had seen recently around town. But as you think about it, they have actually been missing in the last couple days. Well, unfortunately, not too much. It seems that they have either left all of their belongings, their houses have not been ransacked, and they have left all of their important things behind. Almost as if they went on a trip, but they never returned. It seems that way, but that is highly improbable. It is possible, and I'm not normally I would check myself, but someone stole something of value from me as well. And he lifts up his quarterstaff and slams it onto the floor, and you can see the top is missing what looks like some sort of inset where something should be. Maybe a gem or a statue, something about the size smaller than your fist, but maybe a little taller. No, it is not one of those. It is. He describes what it was. Basically, it's a gem carved into the shape of a jackal, and it is his arcane focus, as he describes it. Yes, unfortunately, it was stolen about 3 weeks ago, and I've not been able to find it since. Yes, it is just that. Yep. She translate that, and he does say yes. It did start shortly after I was robbed. My he doesn't give you specifics, but he basically says that it is his connection to his god Anubis, and how he casts his magic. Yes. Well, if they wanted me out of town, it would be pretty easy to pin all of this on a vampire, especially if one of his underlings went haywire. Just as all, hang on, just because Zock's been out for a minute. Zock, during all of this, would you have headed back to the council at any time? You're still just chilling. Okay, what are you doing there? Oh, okay, you're like consoling him. Got it. Got it. Okay. I mean, you can if you want. I'm definitely not stopping anyone. Oh God. Oh man. And thus the party was forever split. uh, yeah. All right. So, Dante, you go to look for him at the market. Okay. All right. So, we're gonna say you look around the market for a bit, and you do not find him in the market. Um, where would you head? Back to the tavern? Okay. And then if he's not, okay, gotcha. So you'd go market tavern, then your guys' house. Okay. Okay. Roll me a perception check, and we'll see how quickly you can get through all of that. So everyone else in the uh, town council, he Tagoto is kind of looking over the lot of you. Well, it would be prudent if someone wanted to get me out. Um, but other than that, I am unsure. I try to keep a low profile, but sometimes things slip out. He's not overly clear on that. Yeah, yeah. To see Tim, you should have just asked in the chat. Yeah, Tim just asked that a moment ago. It actually all lines up pretty closely with that same timeline. As far as days go, it has been roughly 3 weeks, uh, give or take, because you weren't there at the time of the killing, so you're not 100% sure, but it's pretty darn close to the time that you guys found that dead god. Yeah. Yep. Things are starting to add up here, and so he kind of continues to say his piece about if someone found out his secret, they may want him out of the town, or it might just be something completely coincidental that has nothing to do with me. Either way, the town, I believe the town is still in danger. I am not sure. I am not certain yet because I cannot perform any of my magics. Yes, yes, it is. He just like puts his fingers on his forehead and his cheekbone, just like, ugh. keep in mind who you're talking to. And he moves almost in the blink of an eye right in front of you, Tav. Just staring directly at you. And I need you to make me a charisma saving throw. Okay. So, oh, hang on. I got to get to the right chat, right chat. Okay. Um, boy. So I'm just gonna say this. Tie goes to the attacker. That's how I always do that. So you do actually fail, but you are at the at the level that it should be. Um, you look into his eyes for a moment, and almost as if has some sort of sway over you, all of your resentment and doubt about his what he's been saying just kind of like floats away, and you feel this calm sense just float over you, and you just start trusting everything that he says. Uh huh. Okay, that's fair. By the time you get there, he turns and looks at you and just says, "I have not done anything to him. Just I was tired of his insolent behavior." Uh, you do still feel that way right now. In in fact, Tav, you feel like you want to stand up for him. Yeah, yeah, basically, just like, hold on, hey, he's a friend, he's a friend, that sort of deal. Yep. So he. Go ahead. Well, he looks back at you, Tab, and he says, that is okay. I can answer. No, yes, of course. I've had centuries long life. I have made enemies. I mean, look at Luda here. He obviously doesn't like me. But I don't believe that Luda is the cause of this. Are you, Luda? And Luda just like, no. You know better than that. Right. You don't hide anything. Everything is out in the open. That's one of the reasons why I like you. Say what? And Luda just kind of gives this like surprised look. Wait, you like me? Sort of look. And yeah, they just have a moment, and he just yeah, no, Dagoto actually likes him. They argue a lot. Uh, and apparently Luda does not like him. So yeah, they basically it boils down to he doesn't know exactly what's going on. It seems like someone tampered with one of his he calls them spawns, uh, and he's pretty certain the town is in danger from a larger threat, but he doesn't know what. Long ago, I made several enemies of fellow vampires, but it is a big world, and we agreed a long time ago that we would stay separate. It's one of the reasons why I stayed in Londa. That's good because I have no more answers to give. And at this point, Hilda finally speaks up after being quiet for a while. Well, you know, you could at least have warned us. You could have said something, you know? And she's picking at her finger, like rubbing her fingers. She looks kind of nervous. And he just looks up and just mildly smiles at her. If I would have told you I was a vampire, how do you think you would have reacted? Ah, fair point. By this time, Tab, you feel like the confidence towards him is starting to wane a little bit, and you are starting to feel a little more like yourself. Everyone else in the room, is anyone else doing or saying anything? All right. I am offering a great reward. Uh, a couple things, in fact. The opportunity to become part of my little brood, but also 1,200 gold. On top of that, on top of that, if and he looks at the other council members, if anyone has information or can solve what is going on with these missing people, I would be willing to pay handsomely on top of finding my focus, my arcane focus. Yes, very much so. I had it in my house. I was just getting ready to leave when I noticed that it was missing, and as I turned around, there was a figure exiting my door. I caught, huh? Yes, figure, cloaked figure. Um, if you were looking at the here, let me switch over to the other. Where is it? Oh no, it's not here. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. If you're looking at the town council board here, it is the bounty that was put up by the council. Rogue figure, and he basically describes everything that's on this thing. It was a rogue figure stole an item of importance, tattoo of Loki on their left hand. Yeah. Yes. Yes. What did you say? Yes. They they don't know how to exchange power very well. That is for sure. It's what? I caught part of him, but no, I was not able to catch him. As I grabbed his yeah, he actually is able to produce not currently, but he will be. He's able to produce part of the robe that he ripped off as he grabbed it, and the person misty stepped it away, and he lost them. You may poke around, but I will be watching. Of course. I want this solved as much as the next person. Huh. Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. I still say you end up at the end of a stake. You know, that's not very nice, Luda. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, say that again? Yes. He looks back at Hilda and Luda. Yes, I do hope that's how it stays. Yes. I will not say anything, but we need this solved sooner rather than later. If word gets out, we cannot say anything. We cannot do anything. You will have to be prosecuted. Hilda's in agreement. Just yes, yes, we will not say anything, and we are hoping. And she's like clicking her nails together in front of her face. We are hoping to get this resolved as soon as possible as well. We want this whole thing behind us. Well, hopefully you can solve it. Or we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We're not certain yet. It all depends on how it shakes out. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out. Yo, yeah, that's Luda. They, you're asking about that. The people that have been missing, um, friends and family of them, say that uh, they were supposed to have gone to the forest to look for something. Each one of them had to go towards the forest for whatever reason, if it was looking for berries or if it was trying to find a some sort of shrub or getting wood even. Just random things to have to go to the forest for. They apparently never came back, is what he learned. But when he went to go check the forest, he found nothing. The eastern forest. Uh, Zooming out. Yeah, zooming out. It is like eastern forest, like northeast. Probably not. He would have been going, and by this time, Dante, you would have made it to Zoc. Okay. Okay. All right. You can roll me another sleight of hand check with advantage. Dante and Zoc. Dante, what do you say to Zoc? And Zoc, what are you currently doing as Dante walks into the house? Zoc, you're muted. That was his name. Yeah, that was his name. Yes. Yep. Uh, yeah. Go ahead. So by this time, it's roughly midnight. You guys would have been there for a couple hours having this conversation. It would have taken quite a while to have this conversation. Yeah, he elongates all of his S's, so it takes like 4 times as long, right? The two of you, sorry, yes, you would have had a short rest, Zoc. In fact, everyone who went to the tavern actually would also have a short rest, just because you guys were eating. Yeah, you can roll the hit dice for that. Yeah. Yep. Yep, you can use that last one. There you go. All right, Dante and Zoc, go ahead and continue. Okay. Okay. You can go ahead and roll a perception check for bread. Those of you in the town council, where do you guys head out? Where do you go? Yep. Okay. So Tab's ready to go home. Nat, Barry, Luno. Don't you have a notebook? Okay. uh, yeah, he is. Barry, what are you? Were you headed out? Hang on. No, hang on. Barry, are you headed out? Okay. All right. So we'll say you make your way back to the house at the same time. Dante and Zoc are heading out, and so the three of you, kind of meet up momentarily as you're kind of like changing places. Do you guys say or do anything? All right. Just kind of like, okay. Vid, what were you gonna say? Okay. You rolled. What did you roll? What did you roll? 22. Okay. All right. We'll see. All right. We'll see here in a second. Um, yeah. Yep. I love that too. Bear's like, yeah, they didn't even offer any money, man. Yeah. Yeah. Bugbear priorities. Rogue priorities? No. All right. So, those of you in the town council, if those of you who are still there, what are you asking him? I guess we'll start with Natalia. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Um, all right then. Barry? Not Barry, sorry. Luno? Yeah. So he kind of turns to the other council members. So I am free to return to my house for now? Yes, for now. You're fine to roam the city, but just know that we are still watching you. That's fine. I expect nothing less, Luda. And he turns to start walking away. Okay. As you guys head out, you see your Tabaxi friend running back to the town council with two coconuts in his hand. And Vid, what do you say and do? Tab. Nope. I'm gonna ask Tab when Vid points that out. Do you say anything? Yeah, Vid just came back with a drink and been like, "Hey, you want to try this? I just made it." And he said it was really good when he had it. I'm pointing at you, basically. This better not be some sort of trick, and it better be delicious. Fine. Hand me the drink and let's walk to my place so I can show you where I lost lost my artifact. And he picks it up and starts drinking, and a lot of you head to towards his house. Um, and we're gonna find out next week whether he likes it or not. So we're gonna end there right now. We're gonna end that for this week. So next week might be a little rough for me. We are traveling, and I'm gonna be on a laptop. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be on a laptop. So eh, yeah, I'm gonna do my best uh, to be perfectly blunt, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I'm here to actually do it. If something comes up and I'm not able to do it, I will absolutely let you guys know as soon as possible. I still plan to do this. I still plan to have the session at the same time. I am just gonna have to try to find a way to uh, do all of this from a laptop instead of my other computer. So I have a week to figure that out, and hopefully I can make that work, but it might be a little rough. uh, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna end there. I am super looking forward to it. Just as for a note to myself, it is roughly 12:30 by the time everyone splits up, and you guys are all making your way around town. Barry, are you sleeping? Okay. You are probably the only person who's gonna get a long rest tonight. Then we'll see how this goes. We'll see how long everyone lasts. But yeah, that's where we'll pick up, and we'll come back next week, and we're gonna see whether or not he likes your drink, Vid. and the other bit of the storyline. Right, right, right. All right, y'all. It's been fun. I will see you guys next week.